I'm hitting it, but it's there. It's not coming up. There we go. Welcome, everyone. This is our final Moms Mastermind, the bonus class that I threw in because I want to hear more from you, and I want you to hear more from each other about the things that we've been working on in our program. So these are some of the things, and if you have any background noise, you can mute. We can write in the chat, and you can also unmute yourself to talk. So in our Moms Mastermind, we have been talking about different poignant areas and how we want to find more in those areas. So first of all, I'm looking at my notes here because first of all, what I want to do, and I'll probably cry, you guys, I want to compliment you, moms that I know or have come to know in this group. So Jeanette, I want to give some compliments to you, if I can get through this. You are an amazing mother, and you open your heart, you open your home to God's children, however they come and wherever they come from, and you are really amazing at it. And I really want to compliment you on everything that you do and being able to teach your children so many things. I want to compliment you. You're a woman of God and a woman of faith and a mother that teaches her children responsibility and having the Spirit in their life, very, very young. And I really appreciate that. And I have muted you guys for just a second because we had some background noises. So I want to compliment you. So Lori, I want to compliment you. Lori prays every day to be the answer to someone's prayer. Everybody that knows Lori knows that she does this on almost a daily basis. And she will sacrifice her own things to serve other people. And Lori, you are amazing. And as a mother, you teach your children the most important things by your example. And the biggest example that you give to them is your compassionate heart and your positive attitude. And so I just have to compliment you on that so much as a mother, as a person. And Lauren, I have to say, Lauren, that we love your smile. We love your cute energy, your desire to have more, your passion, your example of being a mother of God and being a person of God. And Lauren wants to do something really big someday. And Lauren, you are doing something really big because you are a mother and you are a fabulous mother. And I know that you will do something big in the world as well. And our Sarah is not on here yet, but I want to compliment Miss Sarah. She has not had the family support that most of us have had. She's come up through some super hard times and some big trials, but somehow that young mother is just amazing and passionate about helping other mothers. And she is just so conscientious and so wise for a mother. I'm just blown away all the time by Miss Sarah. I was able to talk with her again yesterday. There's Lauren, we can see you, hey. So, Lauren, did you hear my compliments to you? If you did, type a yes in the chat. If you didn't, I have to repeat them.
I'll go back. I was kind of in and out. Matt,
okay.
I'll go. You don't have to. I'll go back and listen to it.
Okay, because I just wanted to spend a little time complimenting all the mothers in our group. So I talked about how we love your smile. We love your smile. We love your energy. We love your wisdom, and just how you are doing. You said you want to do something big, and I said you are. You are doing something big every day as a mother, and I know you'll have a big impact in the world as well. So I just went through and complimented all of you as I prayed, and I thought, what can I do for y'all today? I just want to compliment you guys. They're just amazing. I couldn't ask for better mothers in this first group, and your patience and everything. And I'm just amazed by all of you, what you do as mothers and women of God. So this Thursday, I am having a free public webinar. It is, it's a class that you've heard before, but the new and improved version, the reviews are good. It's moms finding more connections with their children, and particularly individually and personally and prayerfully. So I would love to have you on that class. It's up to you and your schedule. Do not feel obligated, but if you're able to be on at all, I would just love it. So it's Thursday at 10:30. It is one that has registration. So I have put on my post, I put it in our group, I put it on my public post, I put it on my Moms Finding More Facebook page, that you can register and you can be on that class. And I would love to have y'all on that class to also give a testimonial, whether that's in a slide form or whether it's you, personally. I would love to have you on that. So remember that I'm going to get this book out to show you. We have a prize drawing that we're going to be doing very soon. So for this Traditions book, my mom bought one of these for every one of us. It's an amazing book, and it is by Kimberly L., by the way. Yes, by the way, the wife of John, by the way. And Diane Leverage, I believe, is her daughter, if I remember right. So a drawing for that book. I don't think it's in print anymore. So when my mom got them, we had to get them on Amazon and get some really good hardback versions. But I'm going to give one of those. So in order to be in that, if you would give a testimonial, I'll try to repost this, but a week or two ago on our mastermind group, I posted something about doing a testimonial and a link where to put your testimonial, if at all possible, to put it there, and just would love your permission. So you can get, if you do your testimonial today, so I could use it soon. If you do your testimonial today, you can get 2 tickets in the thing. Or if you can just do it by my class or on my class, you can have 1 ticket. So testimonial by today gets 2 tickets. Just remember that. You want to do that. And you can get some more tickets entered in the drawing by being on Thursday's class and by sharing my post so that people can register for the class. You can get extra tickets. So you can, if you share that on your own timeline with your own little testimonial, you can get extra tickets in there. So in our mastermind group, we have talked about the following things. We've talked about moms making more connections. We have talked about, let's see here, finding you again. And then finding more joy. Those were connected. And then we did finding more peace, finding more order, finding more balance. We did moms creating meaningful memories, right? Finding more ways to create meaningful memories. And we did moms finding more solutions. So we probably won't have time to really go through all of them, but I want to talk a little bit, as much as we can. So the connections class, you can be on that again on Thursday, sorry, if you want to. But I want to know from y'all, and you can just unmute yourself when you're ready. Would anyone like to share anything about finding more connections? And I'll remind you that our 3 things, that I'll type them in the chat when someone else is talking, but our 3 things there were looking into their eyes, connecting on common ground, and spending more time. So we had actually 5 there. No, 4. We had 4. So we had look into their eyes, connect on common ground, giving them time, like some individual time, and focus with the Father's help. So with Heavenly Father's help, focusing on one child. So would anyone like to share any experience on finding more connections with your children? While you're thinking, I'm going to type in the chat here. And in fact, I've got to look at the chat here because we've got stuff going on. So while you're looking at that, oh, Jeanette got kicked out a couple times. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I just keep getting kicked out. Our internet is very unstable, so we have to have a guy look at it.
Okay.
If I suddenly disappear, but as far as making connections, I feel like I need to do so much better in that. But there have been more times that I get down at especially my little 3-year-old's eye level and talk to him on his level. He's my one that has the most breakdowns and stuff. And I've been, rather than just kind of talking to him, 2 feet above his head, I've gone down at his level and talked to him. So I feel like that's good. The other thing is that the other night we stayed up, we let our oldest son, who's 10, stay up and play a game with us later, but we did it in our reading nook right by the other bedrooms so we could still make sure the other kids were staying in bed. And we just played a game just one-on-one with him. And I think that was really good thing we did. So and then my husband and I started reading together. I don't know if this goes with connections, but it's specific for our older children. We started reading the book that you recommended to me, the Love Languages for Teenagers.
Oh, yay. Yay.
I don't remember if that's the name
Yes,
of it.
5 love languages for teenagers.
Yes. Yeah. I bought that probably a month or so ago when you recommended it, but I had never started reading it. And so my husband and I love to read together at night. We hardly ever watch TV. We read together. And that is something that I decided, let's read that together. So that rather than me trying to explain everything I'm learning in it, we're reading it together. So
yay. Hooray. I love it. I love getting eye to eye with your little ones instead of kind of towering over, right? Eye to eye.
Yeah, and I still need to do better, but I've done it a few times more than I used to. So.
And I love reading, that book is helping me. It really is with my teenager. The biggest thing that stands out for me in that book is that teenagers, part of the reasons teenagers struggle so much and we struggle in our relationship with them is that we don't feed their emotional love tank as much. So that was the big wahoo of that book for me is, are we feeding their emotional love tank? Very, very important. That's poignant for every area, or every age, but especially as teenagers. I'm trying to type and think at the same time. So there's a reminder there. And, we don't have to spend as much time if you are going to be on Thursday, but would anyone else like to comment on finding more connections with their family?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I know you can't see me. I can't get it to come up, but Sheridan and I have been watching this show, When Calls the Heart, and we've really been enjoying watching it together. In fact, I really look forward to the time that we have, that we can watch it. But Brooklyn started watching it with us as well. And so it's kind of just become this thing that we do. And so on Sunday, it was Sunday, but also one of my girls was in a place where maybe she shouldn't have had shows, but I was like, well, this is our show. So we watched it and we've enjoyed it. We've had popcorn with it and stuff. And then I was able to go on a walk with Sheridan. I've just tried to do different things with both Sheridan and Brooklyn. So it's been good. I think we still need to work on it for sure.
I love it. And what I'm typing this in the chat is I love having the together time no matter what, right? No matter their behavior and all that, because they need to know, just like we know from Heavenly Father and our Savior that they're there for us no matter what, right? No matter what we do, no matter how many times we mess up, right? No matter how many times we mess up and all that. So I think it's important to have that together time that it isn't connected with a reward or consequence, that's just together time. It's just totally together time. So I love it. Anyone else like to comment on connections?
Well, I figured I just needed to pop in anyway. I want to be better about making be intentional about making connections. I guess I have done a little bit better. You know, you don't really think about it until you're like actually thinking. But I've tried to make it a point to go outside and do things with my girls, like go on the bus or whatnot. We have a free bus service up here, and so they've enjoyed that. Not all the time of day, but we've been able to. I guess I've been a little. I don't know. I think it was more for me than it was for my kids, but they like getting out and about too. So I guess I did. This last week, I guess there was a couple more times where I wanted to be spontaneous, and I taught my 6-year-old what spontaneous was. And we went to a local nursery and looked at flowers and vegetable plants and stuff, just because. So,
hooray for spontaneous. I'm typing in the chat. I want a lot of chat today, so.
Can I add something?
Yes, Laurie.
I was just thinking about it. Sorry, it's kind of weird because I can't see. But at the end of like school or something, we've been trying to, for a reward I'll say, okay, when you're done, we can jump on the tramp or something. Last week, you guys, we had talked about like every hour having a reward or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I've tried that a little, not as much as I've been able to, but when I let them spin at the end, and because there's this app called Decide Now, and it has different, you can put in your different things that you want for your rewards, and then they spin, and and it's just on your phone, whatever they spin, they get. One of them was jump on tramp with mom. And so we were doing that, and we've done that after school before. Just, they'll beg me all day long, will you jump on the tramp with me? Will you jump on the tramp? And I'll say, okay, in like a half hour, I'll jump on the tramp with you. So I make it a time when I can. Mm-hmm. But on Saturday, we had a mother-daughter activity for activity days. And Brooklyn gave me a card, and I just wanted to read like the first line. I thought it was so sweet. It says, I love you for jumping with me and Sheridan on the tramp. So, I'll just read the whole thing. You are very pretty like a flower. Thank you for driving me everywhere. Thank you for teaching us school every day. You are the best mom ever. No one can ever replace you ever. Love, Brooklyn. So I thought that was really cool.
That's so sweet.
A child saying thank you for
that is so sweet. That made me cry. You take a picture. You want to save that, but take a picture of it too.
Okay.
Right? So you can save it forever. And I think that's a really cute Facebook post. If you guys are not already part of my mom's Facebook page, it's Moms Finding More. It's just, general anyone, public Moms Finding More. That would be a great place to post that, because that is really, really beautiful. And Sarah's on with us. Hi, Sarah. Sarah has a Facebook page too. Sarah, I want to make sure I write this right. It's plural growth, Moms Finding More Joy. Type that in the chat, Sarah, if you can. Oh, I don't know if you can because you're in audio.
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Tell us that.
I think I've been muted. So it's Plural Growth, which is the name of a company I have, and then it's Finding Joy in Motherhood. If you just search in Facebook, Finding Joy in Motherhood, it'll pop right up. And we're actually doing a webinar next week about how to find peace. And I'd love for some of you ladies to participate in that, because we will have a Q&A, but many of the things that we'll cover has been discussed here, and I'd love just your participation in that, to be an example to some women who this is the first time hearing this type of information before.
Great. I love that. And I saw your advertisement, so I need to do we register for it, or we just click going on your event?
Yeah, so there's an event on the Facebook page. Okay. So you know how you tab down and say going or interested? So you just press that you're going, and then I just do it through Facebook Live, so it's just free and easy, and it will pop up. If you need to get into it, you just click on the event and then go into the discussion tab where the Facebook Live will be broadcasted there. Okay. So it's super easy to watch. Also, if you say that you're interested or going, if you're unable to attend at the time, you can come back later and view it as well.
Great, great. Then Sarah, will you post that in our group?
Yeah, I'd be more than happy to.
Our mastermind group. And what is the webinar called exactly? Or your Facebook Live class, what is it called?
Sorry, I don't put a lot of thought into the naming of them.
Oh, okay. But it's on,
I believe it is. Let me pull it up here.
Okay, I'm writing here in the chat as much as I can.
It's called Finding Lasting Peace.
Okay, Finding Lasting Peace. I love that. And what day and time is it?
It is May 26th at 8 p.m. So after kiddos are asleep.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'm typing that into the chat. So I hope I got that in there right. And Lori, if you would type into the chat, maybe you already did, type that app for us.
Oh, I did. It's called Decide Now.
Okay. I love that idea. That seems like really fast. And Lori, you said you couldn't be, for some reason, some Zoom now stops video on some people. So if you scroll your cursor to the bottom of your screen, on the kind of bottom left, there's a microphone that shows if you're mute or not. Right next to that, there's a video camera. If that video camera has a red X across it, you can click on that to open up to video. Let's see here.
It won't let me. Did it do anything?
It won't? That's so strange. Maybe you clicked, when you first got into the Zoom call, you may have clicked on join by audio rather than join by video.
I did, but that was what it gave me, the option. Should I try going out and coming back in?
Well, you could, but we'd sure hate to lose you. So
Okay.
you can if you want to. I don't know, and it might be your connection or something. So, but usually you can just unclick down there. And Sarah usually joins us just by audio. On my webinar Thursday, know that if you only join by audio, I don't think you can see the chat or the slides. And Thursday's thing will be, mostly slides. So we won't see the people as much because it will be mostly, a class by a slide. So if you can join by video, then even if you have to pop out, for a minute. So let's look, and I know there's no way we'll get through, all of these today, but I wanted to discuss some of them together. So over the next couple weeks in the Facebook page, I will also post some little reminders of the things that we talked about in our group, and then you can interact there and talk about and report how you're doing in that. And then we also have your 1 hour calls. Let's see, and Sarah, I think, is the only one that I haven't got scheduled for those calls. So we went through a time where we were trying to find us again. And we did some brainstorming and, pondering, brainstorming, thinking about what we love, right? What we love to do. I also gave a suggestion of, asking other people and asking our higher power. Okay, who for me is God, my Heavenly Father, asking our higher power, even looking at blessings that we've been given to see who are we. That was one of the most important things. Like for Lori, she really wanted to find her gift, and we all want that. We don't want to lose that. It's easy to lose that as moms because we get so caught up in our tasks and our responsibilities as moms that we can kind of lose ourselves. So remember that. I encouraged you all to have it in a form that you can keep because it's kind of a journal, right? Wouldn't you love to know, wouldn't you love to have this sheet on your grandma or your great grandma, what they love to do, right? What were their gifts and talents, and what are the things that they love doing? Now you might know that for a grandma, but for a great grandma or great great grandma, so it's important history. It's an important history, and I believe we can even upload histories on, is it Family Search? That we can upload some of that stuff actually for it to be kept. So tell me, give me a few reminders in the chat or out loud. What are some of the things about finding you again? And have you done more of those things that you love? and let your children and your husband know more of the things that you love.
Jolene, can I just share one thing when you said about grandmas?
Yes.
So anyway, this is just a fun idea, not that hopefully any of us die soon, but my grandma priest passed away not too long ago, and they did at her funeral, at her luncheon, after the funeral, they had a crossword puzzle there. No, this is so not true. They had other things that they handed us there. Sorry, this was at her last birthday party right before she passed away.
Okay.
Sorry, so I connected it to the funeral because she passed away shortly after. But it was a crossword puzzle, and it had things like what you're talking about, things that my grandma loved to do, like, and then also things about history. You know, where was she born? Just different information about my grandma. But it was a crossword puzzle, and we all had to solve it. And I saved that, and I'm so grateful I did because she passed away soon after that. And I saved that, and it gives me a lot of information about my grandma and silly things she did and things she loved, you know, stuff beyond like a birthday and stuff. Anyway, I thought it was a really fun idea. So
cool. I love that. I tried to type that in the chat. For some reason, my chat's being funny.
Yeah,
so,
and I found that if I chat, it kicks me out both times it has. So I'm not going to type for a little bit.
We must not have a really good connection today or something, because normally I'm typing in the chat, but all of a sudden won't let me do that. Let's see. Things her grandmother loved to do. Okay, they finally let me do that. I like that idea. How about taking that idea even to Mother's Day? Mother's Day is Sunday, right? Wouldn't that be fun if you made a crossword puzzle for your children about that, to get to know mom? I think that would be a lot of fun. So anyway, I just love the idea where we learn information, but doing that. Yeah.
So anyway,
about
really
knowing,
fun, and I'm so grateful I have it now. So
knowing who they are. My father just really is struggling with his health now. He's getting older, and his heart and his lungs are just wearing out, and it's hard for him to breathe. It's hard for me to see it. So one of my quests this summer is to go and visit as often as I can and to record his stories. I'm going to take my little recorder and try to record his stories. So important things. So anyone else on Finding You Again that you would like to comment about that?
Well, I took advantage. It was kind of inspiration from a morning prayer that I needed to go and do something for myself. And so I ended up calling my visiting teaching companion, and she watched the girls that evening, and I went and did initiatories at the temple, and it actually ended up rolling into some cool family history experiences because there were names that my mom had given me. So I'm kind of on the hunt for a couple names from an experience that I had in the temple. So, but it was good. I have a hard time asking people for help. And I want to do that more often, but that was very energizing and
yay. Yeah, I have something for you. And isn't it interesting, ladies, how our conversation of finding us again has gone to actually finding our connections, right, with our family and our ancestors and stuff, because that is part of who we are, right? I love that. I just think that's so interesting that has come up in our conversation, that part of who we are, it's our name, right? It's our name and our ancestry and who we carry and as part of us, and who we want to pass on, what we want to pass on to our children as our heritage. With my late husband, we had a family motto. We had Olson's are honest, hardworking, kind, and respectful. And we felt like that was something that was in the generations, right? That people could trust. That Olson's were honest, hardworking, kind, and respectful, back and back. And so that's important, that family connection. And part of who we are is our ancestry. That's really beautiful. I love that has come out. And Lauren, I love that you reached out to resources, because sometimes we don't, right? Sometimes we don't. And a reminder that we are mothers, not martyrs, right? We don't have to do everything for everyone else. In fact, it's not good for our children. We don't have to be martyrs. Our Heavenly Father wants us to find joy and be happy. So reaching out, one of the biggest things I want you to remember from this group is, as mothers, that we are surrounded by support from heaven and earth. We are surrounded, but we have to reach for it, right? We have to reach. So I want you to always remember and do this with me, ladies, even though you might be writing. Put your pencils down. Like, they're going to reach up, right, to our higher power. Reach out. There you go. There's Jeanette and Lauren and Lori. I hope you're reaching. So we're going to reach up to our higher power. We're going to reach out to others and resources, which is what Lauren did when she needed it. And reach your arms around your children, right? And our children are resources too. We can ask them to help us. Our husband is a resource. We can ask him to help us. Before we blow our stack, we can say, honey, I need a break. Can you vacuum or watch so-and-so while I just get a break, or watch the children for a minute? So let's see. Jeanette says, hope this chat doesn't kick me out again. She wanted to add that her husband, oh yeah, she and her husband got away for 48 hours without children for the anniversary this past weekend. And she writes, I can't believe how much more ready I felt to be a mother after that. Thank you for those who helped make this happen. The key to do that before you blow. Yeah. Hooray, we're so excited, Jeanette, that you got away. And Lori, wow, doing the big time, long super service of taking care of children. So they could do that. So that is amazing, amazing. So finding us and finding more joy, right? And when we talked about finding more joy, I gave 3 tips for that. More joy and fun. More joy and fun. Those were to stop and smell the roses, to inventory your energy, and to do things that you enjoy daily. So when we talked about stopping to smell the roses, we said savor the moment. Lauren gave an example of taking, I think it was taking the garbage out or getting the mail and just stopping to soak in the sunshine. Living in the perfect present moment and connecting with others, like truly connecting with them. Sometimes we don't. Really connecting with people, whether it's our children or other people, stopping to just truly enjoy them. For some reason, our friend Megan is coming to my mind, right? Megan is coming to my mind, probably because she said, I saw her do a message, but enjoying people. I love how Megan connects with people heart to heart, and she's had some beautiful miracles happen lately, and those connections. She's coming to mind. So all of you that know Megan, please reach out and connect. Okay, for special reasons. And laughing a little bit, right? Stopping to laugh. My grandson, you know that my daughter I already have a daughter and her daughter that live with us. And right now, my oldest daughter and her 2 children are living with us for a few weeks in transition in their move. So I actually have all 3 of my grandchildren living with me. And they're darling, and I'm able to enjoy them more. I'm getting more hugs for them, hugs from them, hugs for them. And my little grandson he's my only grandson, and he's just turning 1 this week. Goodness, I wish I could flip to a picture of him right now, so I'll have to put a picture in our group. This little guy is so funny. He is so funny. He makes the silliest faces and just has us laughing all the time. And he'll come to me and he'll just reach for grandma and just keep his arms up until I pick him up. He's just so cute. So we are laughing at this little guy and what he does. I'll tell you what, he's a bundle of fun energy. Would anyone like to talk about stopping to smell the roses or any point in finding more joy and fun?
So one thing I have done is not on a regular basis, but a couple of times, like I feel like I make breakfast and then do whatever, and then I make lunch and then I do dinner, and I'm just cooking constantly and then setting it all on the table and feeding everybody, and we clean it up. But anyway, it just seems constant. And my little 3-year-old sometimes and my 2-year-old will come and want me to come outside on the patio with them. They love being out back. We have a big backyard and they have a sound box, and they love being out there. And so do I. But I just am always like, I don't have time. I got to make dinner, and then I got to do the dishes, and then I got to do this, and then I got to do this. And a couple of times I've stopped and I thought, why can't we just go outside and eat? And so it's just been fun to sometimes just go out there spontaneously and sit and eat outside, and I think, why not? Why not come out there? And they just love it when I come outside. So anyway, that's been fun. So that's just something that I've added to realize that I can still feed my family and not always have to do it at the kitchen table,
Yeah, traditionally.
with the traditional way of doing dinner and lunch and breakfast, so. Yeah.
Well, because not only are you enjoying eating, you're enjoying the sunshine on each other.
Yeah, and I
Right.
love being out there too. I just feel like I can't do that until everything's done, which is never going to happen.
Yeah.
The other thing is I recently got a calling to work in the primary with music, and in the nursery, my little 2-year-old is in the nursery when I go in to do music in the nursery, right? Anyway, and they sing the funnest songs, and she gets so excited, right? And I thought to myself, why can't I do this with her at home, with her and my 3-year-old?
Yeah.
Why can't I do these songs with them at home? And so last night, my 2-year-old was crying upset about some little silly thing. I don't even know what. Oh, she didn't want to put her pants on. Anyway, and I just started singing one of the fun songs from nursery. And she just stopped and started singing with me and did the action with me. And all the kids just kind of stopped and watched me like, what are you doing? But she knew exactly what I was doing. And it was just fun. And I thought, why does this have to be only done in nursery? So anyway,
Right.
those were a couple of things that I thought were fun, because sometimes I get so busy that I change their diapers and keep them clean and all that, but I sometimes forget to just stop and play with them.
Yeah. And that's so true. So true and so beautiful. I love that, taking time to go outside, enjoy the sunshine, and that vitamin D, what it does for everybody's spirit. The vitamin D from the sunshine, it ups energy, and it ups good energy, right? And the spirit. So that's good, and taking time to enjoy. And Jeanette, this is just like a little side note, but I have had that job of singing, I shouldn't say job, that opportunity of being the primary song leader, and 4 times in every ward that I've been in. The first time I didn't even know how to lead. So I've learned a lot. Anyway, I actually have a lot of ideas and pre-laminated posters and everything, if you want to borrow them anytime that you're down.
That would be awesome.
You're
I can't
welcome.
believe you saved all that.
You're welcome to do that. So that will save you some time, right?
Yeah, because there was a lady that the other one in this ward, they do too. They have a piano player and a music leader, right? But they swap every other month. So I play the piano one month and lead one month, and then we swap.
Wow.
And I've never had a ward do that before, but I've never had this calling before either. But anyway, she has been in that calling forever, it seems. And so I was like, and I've only been doing it a couple weeks, but she knew all the answers. She knew how to do everything, all of that. And so I was so excited to just have her to kind of train me and teach me how to do all this. And then last Sunday, 2 days ago, was my first time doing the music, the leading part, and they released her. So I'm like, oh no. So anyway, whatever help I can get would be awesome.
Oh goodness. Well, anyway, so you're welcome to get any of those. And any more joy and fun stuff, ladies? Any more joy and fun for you? More joy, more fun. That's really important that we need to do. Go ahead, Lori, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Jolene. I just realized that exercise is super important to me. It like just makes me happy, and it makes me a nicer mom, and it makes me feel better about myself. And I still need to work on exercise. But one of my friends on Facebook was writing, because she, in the past few months, she's had a baby, and she actually had a baby a little while ago too. And she has made time to exercise, and she put on it, she just said, sometimes I have to tell myself, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm worth it. We can do this, just talks to herself. And I thought, that's a really good thing, because we a lot of times just kind of shove ourselves out of the way, because we're like, we've got all these other things to do. I've got to do this and this and this, and you get put on the back burner. But you need to kind of give yourself a pep talk, and I'm talking to myself too, give yourself a pep talk and say, I'm worth this, and just do it, because you feel so much better when you do it.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I'm kind of typing some of the things in there. Oh, and they didn't show up. I just typed some things in there. That energy, you're right, like the energy assessment even. That was one of the things that we talked about in this lesson, was inventory your energy, right? Asking yourself, what do I need right now? And that energy is an assessment in your attitude, your thoughts, your attitude, your overall energy, and taking care of yourself. So I love all those things, Lori, and having that. Oh, there, it finally showed up. Add energy, sun, exercise, healthy food, body, mind, spirit, power up daily, right? Super important to have those so that we can have more joy and more fun. If we're overtired, it's hard to do that. It's hard to be more patient too when we're like that. So anytime, I really want this, I love this today, having all of you talk more. So anytime you want to say anything in the chat, or raise your hand, and let's do it. So just a reminder that having more joy and more fun, stop and smell the roses, inventory your energy, and do things that you enjoy daily. I have to have my few minutes of reading in the hall after everyone is in bed. I have to have that. And last night I had my hot chocolate with some reading. And in the book that I was reading last night, I just started it for the first time, and someone gave it to me, so I can't even remember the title right now. But it did talk a little bit about energy and intention. And I'm really thinking about that. Heavenly Father wanted me to think about that, because sometimes even when I am saying that I will do things for my family or other people, I'm asking them if I can help them, if I can do something for them. And a lot of times they're no, that's okay. Da, da, da. And I realize that sometimes my energy and intention, even though I'm like going through the motions, my energy and intention aren't always really that I want to help. That's sad to say, but I realize that sometimes my intention and energy aren't coinciding with my with my words. So important things to look at. We talked about moms finding more order. This is a biggie for us, right? This is a biggie, because I think all of us are trying to do a better job with important daily disciplines. And I did caution you, don't try to do too much at once. Pick just a few things. And I, right now with order, am trying to and focus on the disciplines. Of course, we have all our, regular stuff we do, but I'm really trying to focus on daily disciplines of laundry, one area in my master bathroom, and oh my heavens, all of a sudden the third one went from me. Goodness. Okay, I'll have to think about that while you're but laundry, one area in my bathroom, and one other thing that is totally escaping me. But the point is that you just choose one to three where you're like, you know what, if I just form this one habit or these three habits and I really make them powerful daily disciplines, they're going to make a big difference. So thinking about that order, and my goodness, that has been on my mind so much. This thing I told you that I literally created a package for a mother, and now it can be for all mothers, the peace and order package. And that's been on my mind so much this morning, because as I'm doing it with my first client, I'm tweaking it, right, and adding to it and realizing how I can make it more powerful and the things that I can do to make it more powerful. And I decided one thing I'm going to do for that is add a meditation, Christ-centered meditation music from our friend Christy Corliss. I want to add that to my peace and order package so that the people that do that package get that. I'm going to talk to her about that. And I would also like to add I have a friend that is a personal organizer. Oh, holy cow, she is so good. I want to add a session with her into that package. I think that I just really want to make things powerful, and then have time when, as the mom with that package, where we look at your own peace and order, because that's where it starts, right? Your own peace and order, and then your home, and then your family. So I'm revamping that package. I'm going to make it better and better, more effective, the peace and order package, and help moms really create places and spaces of peace. I was thinking this morning about what Heavenly Father teaches us about order, right? That he does things in wisdom and order. And I think that wisdom in there, part of that is balance, right? The wisdom and order, and he has a house of order, and his church is a place of order and organization, a whole thing. So would anyone like to comment on more order? And it's so connected with peace. I think we did peace first, and then order. But would anyone like to comment on more order?
So I just shared a name in the chat. Her name is Debbie Sardone.
Yeah.
I have not looked her up yet, but I was watching a happiness webinar, which I will link because that was when I watched it a few days ago. It was actually geared towards moms, or how he tweaked it was he made it geared towards moms. But anyway, he mentioned a lady who's like a kind of a cleaning lady guru. And how to clean in like half the time and whatnot. So I shared that name. I haven't Googled her yet, but there's another gal. Her name, she's the Humble Homemaker. I'll share that link too, and she has some cool ideas on how to have order in the home and things like that.
Cool. Thank you. I love it. All right. Anyone else on order? Any way that you're upping your order, a discipline that you are working on, that you're really trying to do? And Jeanette, Jeanette, go for it.
And then I have to go. Sorry.
Okay. That's okay. We understand.
I just wanted to share a couple things really quickly. But one is that Lori and I have become accountability partners. And so my alarm is off at 2:00 every day. And I just report those 3 things like what you were talking about. Mine are to make my bed and have my sinks clean. And my other one was to do laundry every day, but that's really already a habit that we do. And so I've started changing it to more like doing our oils and taking lifelong vitality. So anyway, but that's been good to help, just to know that Lori and I kind of report that to each other.
I love that. And the alarm on your phone.
Yeah, that's how it reminds me. Yesterday I was at Lori's when it went off, so I had to kind of laugh. So we reported to each other. So 2 more things. One thing really quick was that Lori and I have started, I hope she's okay, I'm sharing this, but Lori and I have started, 3 of my kids have their visit on Monday mornings now for 3 hours. And so I'm down in the Clearfield, Layton, Roy area for 3 hours waiting for them. And I can't go home in between because it's an hour drive. So the last couple of weeks I've gone to Lori's house, and we called it our game time, and we go there and we feed all the kids breakfast, and then Lori and I play a game. And yesterday we let some of the kids play with us, but normally we just play a game and we let the kids go play and have some social time before I have to pick up the kids. So that's been a way that Lori and I have been able to add some fun stuff into our busy lives, and time that we can just do something that we normally don't take the time to do. And where I live farther away now, it's fun to do that when I'm coming into town. So, And my last thing I was going to share has to do with one thing you're going to talk about later, but I have to go. So your theme things, your theme days, your movie Monday and all that.
Yeah.
Okay. So we haven't started that, but I'm going to start that in the summer, and I've told the kids about it. And I also, so kind of this goes with order, is that I'm going to do deep cleaning every day, and I have it mapped out how I'm going to do it. I have a list of what I'm going to do in each room to deep clean through the whole summer. Wow. And I don't want to overwhelm myself or get burned out, and I don't want to clean all summer. And so what I've done is made the list, and each day we're going to pick 3 things to do that's a deep cleaning thing. So like, dust to the ceiling fans, or, for us, that's deep cleaning. It doesn't happen very often. But anyway, and then we're going to do whatever the theme is for that day, the movie Monday or whatever. But I wanted to share with you that one thing that I thought of is that one of the days, and I think it's Thursday, that we are going to change anyway, because I have a little bit older kids too, and I know you have theme Thursday, like dinosaurs or whatever. for my younger kids, that's fine and stuff. But for my older kids, I thought, I don't know if they're going to fly with stuff like that or if it would even be fun. So we love, though, going to the library, and we love learning new things, like random things. My kids will be like, how does such and such work? Or why do the clouds move like that? Or whatever. And we love to go online to YouTube and look up. And you can type almost anything in there, we found. And just, how does this happen? And a video will come up. It's so cool. We've learned, how paper is made and how all kinds of stuff, and how bridges are made. We watched the other day. Anyway, so one of my days is going to be a learning day, basically, that we go and either go to the library or get on YouTube and look up how some things are made. So
I love it.
Have
It's a how. Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of your summer days will be, we'll have to think of a creative name for
I
that.
had a creative name. I thought of one, but I can't remember it.
Oh.
So I will figure it out eventually, because I was going to change Monday to, what did I call it, Lori? I can't remember. But anyway, we wanted to fit a game day in because we love games. And that could be a fun Friday. So we might do that fun Friday, or I did Monday was like Mega Game Monday.
Oh,
and
I love it.
We're going to change to Theater Thursday, because it's the same idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, it doesn't really matter, but one of them I fit in there, something about learning something new. And I can't remember what day I put it on or what I called it. But anyway, I'm working on it, but I'm excited about it. It gives me something to look forward to for the summer. Still has a way that we can fit in the deep cleaning. So
I think that having the daily themes, and I love how you're making it fit you and your family, because it doesn't have to be what we did,
Right.
The way we did it, just it makes it easy to remember. But I love it, and the kids love it. So it seems to be something that helps both of us.
Yeah.
Because it gives me an easy thing to focus on for them, as in terms of having some summer fun in an easy way, in an easy way, but also gives them something to look forward to. So Jeanette, thank you for being in our group. Thank you for being with us. I know you have,
bye everybody.
You have an appointment. Bye.
Bye.
And let's see. Yay, it was Mega Game Monday or Marvelous Monday. I love it. Okay, let's see. Finding more order, finding more fun. Where did we go? We kind of jumped around. More peace. Anything that you moms have done to find more peace? Anything you've done to find more peace?
I guess this might fall under there. It falls more into gratitude, but they're similar.
Mm-hmm.
The happiness webinar that I was watching last week, he suggested in your gratitude journal to write the fortunate things that happened to you that day. And so it was just the slightest tweak from how I've done gratitude journals in the past, because it was when I think of fortunate things that have happened to me, it's things that I'm receiving. It's not necessarily things that I'm creating. So it's like those tender mercies from Heavenly Father. The slightest tweak has created it's an interesting, that tweak is just very interesting. And I've restarted my gratitude journal since then. And sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm not. But it's been very enlightening to see all of the, tender mercies that have happened that day. So that's been really good.
And gratitude, people who are always grateful, right? They're more peaceful, happy people, aren't they? You see it. They can have all kinds of trauma around them, but if they live in gratitude, they have more peace. They totally have more peace.
Can I add?
Yes, please, Lori.
Sorry, I jump in and then I'm sorry. Anyway, gratitude is really, really special to me, because I have learned that you can actually use gratitude to help you get through hard things, like even if you have, I don't know, like if you have a bad thought that comes into your mind or anything, you can use gratitude to get rid of it, I have learned. And it's just really, really powerful. And with your declarations, I've also learned, I need to be better at this, but I did learn it. If you say that you are grateful that I am grateful that I am a good mother instead of I am a good mother, then it makes it so much more powerful. And the energy is just so much stronger. Gratitude can fight really icky things. It's just what I've learned. Gratitude is awesome, and we just need to use it more. I don't think we even understand how much gratitude can help us.
I love that. I typed in there, gratitude is powerful, right? It gives more peace, positive energy, and power, right? It totally does. I have a declaration that says I'm going to type it in, what I think about and think about, I bring about.
I like that.
And you may have heard one of those, what I think about, I bring about. But adding that piece, it's something that I learned from the book, let's see, The Secret. I think it was in The Secret, of even stating it before it even happens, right? What I think about and think about, I bring about. So I love that, and I love how that's gone to gratitude. Gratitude plays into all of these things. And we all know people, I live with some people who are chronically negative, and they're always tired. They're always tired. It's just like in math, positive energy, positive adds. So you have more energy. Negative drains. It takes away. It takes away from your energy. It takes away from your effectiveness, right? In everything that you do, where positive energy adds, and positive energy, part of that is being in gratitude, right? That is a huge part of it. I would recommend listening to a CD or getting the book from Meg Johnson. And let me know in the chat if you've ever listened to her stuff or gone to one of her lectures or heard them. Meg Johnson, and it's called When Life Gets Hard. I went to their seminar. It was my dream to go to their seminar in Hawaii this summer in June, and they ended up canceling the Hawaiian one. But I went to this in Vernal, Utah, a few weeks ago, and I showed them my vision board picture of me on the beach in Hawaii at their seminar. I actually I didn't get to show the speakers, but I got to show their MC. And then he actually took a picture of me holding that. And then he went and got me the free CD from Meg Johnson. So I've been listening to that, and she was paralyzed in an accident. And it was, an accident when they were in St. George, and they were literally playing, and she was jumping from rock to rock, and it's kind of a mirage there because there's a lot of canyons and everything, and what she actually thought was the next rock was literally a cliff. She went off of a cliff. And she talks about what happened to her, and I mean, she broke her arm, she broke her leg, she all kinds of things, and she is paralyzed. She's in a wheelchair. She has the most positive attitude, and she talks about waking up for the first time in that state, and the desperation, and then praying to turn that around, and then literally finding the positive and gratitude in what she could see as she laid in the bed, completely helpless. And then having first crying so hard she couldn't speak because of sadness, and then changing that all the way to crying so hard she couldn't speak because of gratitude. So I it is a book, it is a lecture, it is a book, and it is well, I think it's a book. I got it in CD form. So I listened in CD. So it's Covenant Recordings. It is a Covenant Recordings. When Life Gets Hard. And she's funny. Oh my goodness. And she goes around doing firesides. When Life Gets Hard by Meg Johnson.
Hey, Jillian.
Uh-huh.
There's a little video it's just a short little YouTube video that's been produced.
Uh-huh.
The person who did the happiness webinar, he's like a video person.
Uh-huh.
He makes videos for people,
Uh-huh.
and he made a video on Meg.
Oh, he did. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So
Wow.
kind of interesting how everything's like circled together there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can share that, and then I can link his webinar and his
Oh, that would
stuff
be wonderful.
on there.
Yeah, when you listen to, you will just be astounded by her, affected by her message, and you'll laugh because she's really funny. Okay, so
I gotta go.
Okay, thanks so much for being part of our group, Lorianne. We've just
Yeah.
loved it. I look forward to our
Bye,
call,
Lauren.
and we love your wisdom. So thank you. And Lori, we'll talk for a couple minutes, and then we'll close our call too, and then you
Okay.
can make sure. So, Lori, I'm actually I'm going to do a little wrap up and stop recording, and then we can just talk for a second here. So,
Okay.
So thanks to everyone that have been part of this group, those who will have the privilege to listen to this, all of you. We missed Sarah today. She can't stay on too long. She has some other responsibilities on Tuesday, but we're loving her wisdom that we see in her Facebook page all the time. And all of you that are in this, and we've just loved having you, and I've loved the growth that it has caused me to do as a teacher, as a mentor, as a messenger, and most importantly, as a mother. I have loved it. I'm finding more as a mother. That's the important thing. And I hope that you are all finding more